Shabandhan to all my dear brothers and sisters. So today's Murli, the very beautiful and light Murli that Baba has spoken. Though Baba's Murlis are all light and beautiful and give some learnings to us, but this is more like a father talking to the children, very light and carefree. Okay. This was first spoken on 30th November 2015. The title is Constantly Maintain Your Intoxication and Become a Carefree Emperor. Become complete and equal through intense effort and make preparations to return home with the Father. This is the essence of whole Murli. Today, Bap Dada is seeing the gathering of carefree emperors. So who is Bap Dada seeing today? All the carefree emperors, the Befikr Badshahs. This gathering is held only at this time because all the children have given their worries, which is fikr, to the Father and have taken intoxication from him. So what have we given? We've given all the worries. And in return, we've taken back intoxication. Through this, Baba means that only those who are intoxicated in love for the Father can be carefree because they won't have any worries. So either the worries can exist or the intoxication can exist. Both the things cannot exist together. This gathering is held only at this time. From the moment that each of you wake up in the morning and perform actions, you remain carefree and move along as an emperor. Do you not? The moment we wake up, the first thing we do is have a meeting with Bap Dada during the Amrit Vela. So from there, our daily, discipline starts. So Baba says, do you not remain carefree? Once the Amrit Vela is over, you feel enlightened, you feel powerful, and that power goes on all through the day. This carefree life is so lovely. What are the visible signs of being carefree? Baba says the light of this sparkling soul is visible on the forehead of each one. That's the sign of being carefree. The light of the sparkling soul is visible on the forehead for each one. How did you make your life carefree? The Father took the worry away from all the children's lives and gave them intoxication. Again, Baba is saying the same thing, that I took your worries and I gave you intoxication. Those who do not have intoxication in their lives, that is, those who have worries, do not have a light shining on their forehead. So those who will be worrisome cannot have a light shining on their foreheads. So by this, Baba also means the light shining on the forehead is usually when Baba talks about soul consciousness, right? When we are soul conscious, we have the light shining on our forehead because that's the light of the soul. So being soul conscious. So Baba, what he implies here is that if we are soul conscious and we have that light shining on our foreheads, we won't be worrying again. So worry is not existing along with soul consciousness. Worry cannot exist with intoxication, and it cannot exist with soul consciousness. Instead, lines of burden are visible on their foreheads. So instead of being soul conscious and being worryless, they become worrisome, which leads to lines of burden instead of the light shining on her foreheads. So tell me, what do you prefer? Baba says, do you prefer light or do you prefer burden? Even if there's some burden, burden means worry. You can give the worry to the Father and all of you do like a carefree life, do you not? All those who are seeing you also prefer a carefree life. If you see, everybody is looking for a carefree life in this world. They keep saying, I need peace, I need peace. Peace is nothing but being carefree. So today, Bhaktada is seeing the sparkling lights on the forehead of all the children everywhere. Whether you're sitting in front here, or whether you're sitting, or wherever you're sitting. Now, Baba says, wherever you're sitting, I'm seeing whether you have sparkling lights on your foreheads. So, do you remain constantly carefree, or do you sometimes worry? Do you have any worries? Since the Father has made you a conqueror of matter and a conqueror of vices, conqueror of matter is Prakriti Jeet, and conqueror of vices is Vikarma Jeet. Baba says, how can you have any worry? So raise your hand if you have become carefree. So in our hearts, we should raise hands if we feel that we've become carefree. Have you become this forever? The expectation that Baba has is that we become carefree forever. No burdens. Have you become this forever or only sometimes? There are still those who are carefree only sometimes. You are not raising your hands. Bab Dada does not want to see your hands, see hands for this. For what? That those who are carefree sometimes. Baba says, I don't want to see any raised hands for this. I want children to always and forever be carefree. See, this is one of the reasons Baba has come to make us carefree, because he saw that all my children, they're moving around with a lot of burden on their heads, and it's becoming more and more difficult. And that's the reason he came. He said, you give me all your worries, all your burdens, and you become a carefree emperor. So Bapdada says, I want to see every child as a carefree emperor. If you sometimes have a worry, then a very easy method when there's a little worry is to change mine, which is Mera, into yours, that is Teda. Baba says this many times in the Murlis. Bache, you change Mera to Tera. So the moment we keep saying Mera, Mera, we feel the burden. But when we say Tera, which is yours, the burden has vanished. So to change this limited mind, to change mine into yours is a very easy method. It's very limited mind. It's not going to be there forever. There's nothing which is mine here. Baba says, in this world, it's the whole world is going to end. So what is yours? You say, my Baba. And so what is mine? Mine is only my Baba. So the limited mind has finished, has it not? That has now changed to, Baba says, it's now my Baba. All of you say from your hearts, my Baba. My Baba, lovely Baba, sweet Baba. Do you not? Mera Baba, Pyara Baba, Meetha Baba. So is it difficult to merge the mind with yours? No, it's not difficult. Baba says, what is the difference? Just M and T. Mera starts with M and Tera starts with T. Baba says, it is such a small difference. Turning Mera into Tera. You had the thought, everything is yours, so what remains mine? Mine is Baba. Bap Dada saw that the majority of you children have made limited mind into yours. And so what have you become? We have become carefree emperors. So today Bap Dada is seeing all of your children as carefree emperors. Look, even on the path of devotion, when they create your images, they are created with a double crown. There's whenever we see deity, when they create deities or memories of deities, they have a crown, which is the normal crown, and also the crown or the aura that we call it in the back of the head. There's firstly the crown of light, because the sign of carefree soul is the sparkling light, the crown of light and the back of the head, and on the forehead. And second crown is shown for becoming victorious over the vices. Therefore, since Bap Dada has taken away your worries and given you intoxication, pay attention to what you have become. Always remember what you were and what you have become. You have become a carefree emperor. Since you have become an emperor, you also need a throne. Where will you sit? So Bap Dada has made you a master of 3 thrones, not just 1, but 3. Do you know which 3 thrones they are? One is the throne of the center of your forehead, which everyone has. We all sit as souls in the center of our forehead. So that throne, everyone has. The second throne is Bap Dada's heart throne. And the third throne is the throne of the world, the throne of sovereignty. All of you have these 3 thrones. Do you not? The most elevated throne is Bap Dada's heart throne. Therefore, check whether you remain seated on that throne, Bap Dada's heart throne. Now, Baba says, who can sit on Bap Dada's heart throne? Those who have made Bap Dada sit constantly on their heart throne. Those who are always in their elevated stage of a master almighty authority. So check whether you are always seated on the heart throne or whether you sometimes go into the mud. This body consciousness is the mud. Baba in many Murlis, he mentions body consciousness as mud, dirty. Right? So Baba is saying, if you want to stay seated in my heart throne, then you need to try and leave body consciousness and progress day by day. As you've been in the mud for a long time, you don't go back into the mud sometimes, do you? We are used to being in the mud. So Baba is saying, I hope you don't go back into the mud sometimes, but you always remain in soul conscious state. So, Bap Dada is giving all the children a signal of time. He's making you make a lesson of suddenly very firm. So now Baba has moved from carefree emperor to the lesson of suddenly. This is why you have to give a lot of importance to the time of confluence age, because in this one birth, you have to create a reward for many births. This is why Bap Dada had given you a signal that you have to pay attention at the confluence age to two things at every moment. You must have remembered these two things. Baba has told these two things in earlier Murlis. One is time, Baba says, and the second is thoughts. Time and thoughts. So Baba is saying keep attention on your time and on your thoughts during the confluence age. All the children have remained courageous to give up their waste thoughts to Bap Dada through their thoughts. So check whether you've maintained that courage forever. Because when you children keep courage once, the Father gives a thousandfold help. It needs courage to remove all the waste thoughts. So you have to be courageous to give up the waste thoughts to Baba, and determined, of course. So because when your children keep the courage once, the Father gives a thousandfold help. So what do you think? Is the determined thought you have placed in front of the Father with courage that you will not have any waste thoughts forever? Hmm? Because a lot of time goes into waste thoughts. And according to the present time, your task is to give the message to the souls of the world. So you have to finish all your waste thoughts, for only then will you be able to give the experience of peace and happiness to the unhappy souls. Only when we are always using our time and thoughts efficiently will we be able to give happiness to the unhappy souls. Bap Dada feels compassion on seeing the unhappy souls. You also feel compassion when you see your unhappy sisters and brothers. Do you not? Acha. So now Baba's speaking to the Indore and Karnataka zone. The Indore zone, he says, congratulations. You like this chance to serve, do you not? You receive the treasure of service easily. Both of the zones are also moving forward in their efforts with zeal and enthusiasm. And in the future too, each of you will intensify your efforts and will continue to move forward. Bap Dada is pleased. In this chance, you receive the fruit of service and also the strength of service. Baba always says there's fruit and both strength that you get with service. The fruit of service, there are two fruits of service. One is the fruit of the 21 births, of course, and the other fruit is the fruit of blessings when we do service and we make people meet Baba, or even we give them a little bit momentary happiness by being in our presence, by sharing our vibrations with them, by sharing our auras with them. That's a very big service. And the fruit of that service is their blessings. whoever we touch through service, be it mansa, or be it by talking, or be it by thoughts, or any other service that we do, even when we are doing service at the center, there are always blessings associated with it. Okay. And along with that, there's also power associated with service. So Baba is saying fruit of service and strength of service. What power? See, when we do service, slowly and steadily, Baba says you become more and more powerful. You get the strength because service gives you the strength that in case there's any paper that comes across in terms of any circumstance, you will be able to deal with it easily. Okay. So where is everyone's vision drawn to? Baba says they always look out for which zone is going to serve. To serve in Madhuban means to receive the fruit and the strength of service. So you have done very well. You served by being free from obstacles and gave everyone the fruit of contentment. Bap Dada is pleased because you get a special chance, and so your children come to Madhuban. By going and doing seva in Madhuban, it's not just seva, but we also get a chance to go to Madhuban. And the more we go to Madhuban, better it is. Because whatever time is spent there, it's only going to elevate us. So to come to Madhuban, to meet such a big family and to become an instrument to serve such a big family, this too becomes a very big fortune. Therefore, because you ate the fruit of being free from obstacles and remained content, Bap Dada is especially congratulating both the zones. It is good that the vision of Bap Dada and the family falls on each of you. Your souls receive happiness in a practical way. You receive happiness and you make others happy. And so, congratulations to both. Then specifically to the Karnataka zone, Baba is saying whether you're far away or close, you're those who are merged in Baba's heart. Because every child has promised, the Father's in my heart, and each one of us is in the Father's heart. And this is why Father's title is Dilaram, the comforter of hearts. Acha. Many have come from Karnataka, and you also have played a very good part in service. Now going to the double foreigners. Bap Dada has seen that double foreigners are no less than the souls of Bharat in service. Bap Dada is pleased to see how you all are expanding service in your own places and are also moving forward with great zeal and enthusiasm yourselves. It is the sanskar of the double foreigners that whatever they do with zeal and enthusiasm, and they complete it. And they also pay attention to their efforts. All of you, raise your hands if you are all intense effort makers. Intense effort makers? Acha. Many, many congratulations on behalf of everyone also. Why? An intense effort maker means one who fulfills Bap Dada's hopes in a practical way. So Bap Dada is congratulating you for making intense efforts. So we will spend some one or 2 minutes in silence and reflect on the movie, and then we will start the journey. Okay. So anybody wants to share any of their thoughts on today's Murli? I see some churnings coming on the chat also. Sister Pyle saying confluence is a barter of intoxication and exchange of worries. Very true. Can somebody elaborate on the barter between intoxication and worries? Why Baba says intoxication you take and worry you give to me. Do that barter with me.
Om
And
Shanti.
thoughts? Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, sister. And today's Murli, that carefree emperor. Uh, Carefree means we have to worry free. Miss we have to miss don't have to miss worry. And we have to become attentive. Attentive in this that to miss worry attracts worry. If we worry, then all worry will attract. So that's why we have to become attentive and most in alert mode, soul conscious mode, and that's I must got Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. So, brother said, what, be attentive, but don't worry. Huh? So, what is the difference between, in the Lokik world, everybody feels that being attentive and having attention always on something is actually worry. They don't know the difference between worry and attention. So, do we know the difference?
Attention is not intention.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very nice way to put it. Attention means not intention. Actually, brother also explained that attention on being soul conscious, attention on our Purusharth, right? Then Shivani sister saying attention means to be alert and conscious of what's around you. Worry means negative overthinking of those things that don't exist. Very true. Worry is the anxiety of what might happen, right? And attention is being attentive, not being careless on the Purusharth. Baba, when he uses the word attention, he uses it for being attentive in Purusharth, not being careless. Many times Baba in Murli says, attention, please. And that is what he means. But then
Shanti.
yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry.
Pal
Sorry.
sister.
Yeah. So what Baba tells us, from what I understand, is he wants us to be attentive to what is going on in my mind. Like what thoughts am I creating? What exactly am I thinking about? What is going on? Whereas worry is about factors which are beyond my control.
Yeah, that's a very nice way to put it. Worry is for factors which are beyond my control, right? Attention is something which I can control, keeping attention on that. And worry is worrying about things which I either exist or don't exist. And if they exist, are beyond my control, right? So, what should all of us do when there are circumstances that are beyond our control? What mantra has Baba given us for that?
Change mine into yours. Shanti.
Yes, change mine into yours. So, what will happen when we change mine into yours? Yes, Shivani sister is saying drama. That's also one of the very beautiful mantras Baba has given. Whenever you have any anxiety, any worry about what will happen, what is unknown to you, or something which is out of your control, just put it on drama. And drama is always Kalyankari. And Payal sister is also saying acceptance. Accept what is not in my control. When we are not able to accept, that is when we worry. Why? What? And then a chain of waste thoughts comes in. Baba touched the topic of waste thoughts also. Any other thoughts or any other mantra someone can remember for not worrying? Yes, Simran sister, she says, leave it to Baba. So my Baba, again, Tera into Mera into Tera. And Payal sister says, nothing new. Baba has told us nothing new. And then Baba, easier, Shivani sister saying easier said than done. Very true. See, but we have to, with our attention, every time being attentive, we can move towards being worryless and being intoxicated. There's also a certain discipline that Baba has given us, a discipline in day-to-day life. He has given us Srimad for every act, every every time of the day, what we should be doing. If we follow this, we again feel that we stay in this state of intoxication. If we follow our Amrit Vela discipline, if we follow at least 15-20 minutes of yoga in the evening, and also, every the traffic control that is there, though we can't follow traffic control every time, but even if that is small 1 minute, 2 minutes pause in between every hour, 1.5 hours, you will feel that you will stay intoxicated and worries will be much, much, much less. And that's how Baba says you keep doing intense effort and move towards a carefree empress stage. And that's how we will achieve the forever carefree and prestige.
So one of the mantras that has worked for me is surrender. And last week also, a couple of days back, I rather, Baba had said in one of the Murlis is give your worries to me. So being attentive of your karmas, the everything, right from the thoughts, yours, the way you speak, what you speak, your actions, everything, being attentive to that. And whatever comes, uh, being present by surrendering and saying, just being connected at that time, taking a step back, getting connected to Baba, like how Sister said, drama. So, yes, understanding and acceptance of drama, having faith in Baba, in the divine power, and having faith in yourself as well to see it through.
Yes, absolutely, Manoj Bhai. Very, very truly mentioned. Surrender is a golden word, and faith. Only when you have faith or nischay can you surrender, right? Till the time we have complete faith, we will not be able to surrender because we will keep being in doubt. I don't know whether this, shall I give it or not give it? Shall I surrender or not surrender? Shall I accept or not accept? So the baseline of surrender is faith. Very true. And when we achieve that complete faith in Baba, it should be there. There's no reason why we should not have faith in Baba, Nishchay in Baba. When we have that faith, then it'll come with complete surrender. And brother also touched upon the topic of being attentive. So if I'm attentive and attentive on the karma, right? Baba has taught us very beautifully the karma philosophy. So whatever is coming in front of me today is because of my past karmas.
And
See?
if
Yeah.
at any point of time, if you're consumed or taken over or you're getting overwhelmed by worry, then your faith has shaken. So that is the time, actually, what you mentioned about uh, traffic control, Shivani Ben, rather than one, like you said, it's difficult living in the social life, fulfilling the responsibilities. It may not be practically possible to keep it the way you do it every hour. But as and when you get an opportunity, you consciously take this time off, withdraw yourself, cut yourself off from whatever you're doing, get connected with your own self. And as you get connected with your own self, you're connecting to Baba. Like what Janki Dadi is an example of, is limiting your thoughts. When you slow down your thoughts, you get the answers there. So that is one
Exactly.
thing which has worked for me and is working for me out of practice.
Yes, Vimish Bhai, and thanks for sharing that. See what Vimish Bhai said, and very true. We are all, we all have our responsibilities. Sometimes you're in the middle of something, you cannot take a pause at a required time. And Baba says it's okay, right? You have to play it easy, but whenever you get time, try to take a pause. Just go back into, your self state. And Baba is talking many times in the Murlis about the power of silence. The power of silence is nothing else. This is what Ramesh Bhai was talking about, right? Just silence your thoughts for 2 minutes.
Yeah, we subtly, unconsciously become Karan Karavanhars ourselves. We feel we are
Mm.
the ones who are supposed to be doing everything. But
Yeah,
actually, yeah, when you just take that pause and say, I am not the owner, I am the trustee. Baba, take it over.
exactly.
That's it.
Very true. And if we pick up even one or two things or mantras that Baba has given us, right? And truly implement it. Like you talking about take a pause and go in silence. That's one mantra that Baba has. And if we truly implement it, we'll be intense effort makers or drama, right? Or surrender. Or there's one beautiful mantra, I am a trustee. This is not mine, which Baba also refers to in the Murli. I'm just a trustee. I'm managing his shop. He's the owner. I'm the manager of this shop. So whoever is coming and talking is actually just a customer. Whatever's there in this shop, I'll give it to them. What Baba has given me, and I will not take no giving only happiness and not taking any sorrow, which is na dukh do na lo. This mantra is also very beautiful. So, 2, 3 mantras that Baba has given, I think if we can go deep into them, automatically our worries will start going away and we will get into a mode of intoxication. And of course, pausing regularly, I think that has come up very important. And that will also help us stay attentive, right? Um, and stay attentive to who we are, the path that we are on, who we are with, who's the father. So these are very important aspects that Baba has given us.
Shanti. One thing which is working well with me from last few weeks is whenever there is a point of time in the day where there are waste thoughts coming in, I immediately pick up the blessings of that day or the slogan of the Murli of that day and repeat that thought. Because in my experience at times what happens is even when I go in silence, these thoughts keeps on coming in. So this is one practice that I've taken up to go back, read
Mm.
the blessings, underline those words which are important, and catch my waste thoughts, finish it, and come back to these thoughts and go back to work. Om
Thanks
Shanti.
for pointing it out, Rakhi sister. And this is so, so important. Sometimes you're in a situation that, your thoughts are running so fast, you're not able to pause. Even when you sit and try and pause, the thoughts keep coming back, right? it's the intensity of those thoughts that you're not able to curb. At that time, I think how Raki sister mentioned, if we start remembering some points of from the Murli or Gyan points, right? Our mind and our soul starts getting into a mode of positive vibrations instead of the negative vibrations that we are negative or waste vibrations that we're creating, right? That's why Baba also says, Bache, you have to do manthan, continue to do manthan. Because when you're doing manthan of gyan in your mind is creating that positive vibration, which is needed for us to be attentive. So, yes, there are different strategies. Pausing, what has come out is pausing and getting into your original state every now and then, trying to remember Murli points, going deep into one or two points so that that moment can pass and then you can convert your negative into positive. Surrendering is what came up. You know, some mantras that Baba has given, that this is drama, we're all trust you. So these are very beautiful things that we all can ponder on and, you know, quickly adopt, because these are easy things to do and move on from to a carefree empress stage. Anyone else wants to share anything, or we'll go for the meditation?
So the last point, Shivani, when what you pointed out, uh, which I'll reiterate now, is the more you charge your spiritual battery, uh, ever since in the morning from Amrit Vela to the Murli, and picking up the points of the Murli. One of the practices that I've taken up since quite a few weeks now is every day writing the uh, dharana, the vardhan, and the slogan, and then repeating them at least 3 to 4 times a day. So that has been a real support system for me, which has enabled me to see through challenges very gracefully. So I guess one of the practices that we all can take up is to keep our spiritual batteries charged. That's it. Om Shanti Ben.
Thank you very much, Kai, and thanks for sharing. Yes,
Yes,
whatever helps us charge our batteries. Yes, Kapish. Thank
yes,
you.
I agree with Ms. Vimesh Bhai, and a really nice point has put up. That manthan, that is manthan, whatever churning we do ourselves. So it's a leads to it's a like a food, like food we eat, and it converts to an energy. Like that, this manthan is also what we churn. It's convert into our into wisdom, and whatever otherwise remains as a knowledge. So to convert into wisdom, it is like food we convert in energy. This way it is very good. Om Shanti. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Kalpesh Bhai. Yes, very true. Manthan is like food for the soul. It gives us energy. Okay, so we will go for a quick meditation for 1 minute.
Excuse me, Shivani Ben, there is a announcement for this Sunday. So this Sunday we have Ritu Ben who shall be conducting the session, and the topic of the session is about the today's festival. It is on what is the significance, spiritual significance of Raksha Bandhan. So we request all of you to attend this session, and let's know more about the significance of the Raksha. Thank you.
Thank you, Amita. Okay, so let's exercise the strategy of pause. Let me forget about where I am, what I am, who I am, what part I'm playing. Who is bothering me? What is bothering me? This is all part of the unlimited drama of which we are all actors. Originally, I am a soul which has no thoughts, just silence. I see my Father, the Supreme Soul, in front of me, sending me rays of energy, rays of love, rays of joy. And I am receiving it. This connection between me and Him gives me the power to play my part most efficiently. I feel drawn towards my Father. It's difficult to explain this moment, but I continue to feel empowered. And my heart continues to fill with immense love for my Father. This is a beautiful state. And I feel empowered to come back and start playing my part with the other actors. Thanks, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Shivani Ben. Thank you, all of you. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Have a nice day.
Om Shanti.